What's good, everybody? It's your boy Raislive here. So check it out. Today's topic we're going to be talking about is, will Call of Duty make the comeback? Now, we all know the life cycle of Call of Duty. It's every year we get a new one, but there's a new trend. The developers now take 3 years to develop the Call of Duty game. So there's no more, every, year the developers switch over and we get a new Call of Duty. It's going to be every 3 years now. So it's going to be Infinity Ward, Treyarch, Sledgehammer. That's the current cycle of what it's going to be now. Now that's a good thing because now the developers get more time with the game. However, on the flip side, that doesn't necessarily mean they're going to get the people what we want, because it could be already set in stone. Now, like for example, we can say, hey, you know what? We don't want another futuristic Call of Duty game, and they can say, hey, you know what, it's too late because we've already been developing it for the last 2 years, so you get what you get. You see what I'm saying? So we don't know. Now, however, what I want to see Call of Duty make a comeback. Why? Because we need competition. Battlefield 4, when it came out buggy. There was a lot of flaws within the game. I feel like EA, DICE got a little too comfortable. They felt like, hey, we in the lead right now. Call of Duty's taking the back seat. Let's just release this game really quickly. Let's be the first out. And that was that. And the consumer, we paid for that. The game came out, it was extremely buggy, extremely flawed. And it took damn near almost a year before all the patches fixed the game. And right now the game is actually good. It plays good. But I remember with the rubber band issues and the server problems and all the problems that came with the game, it was extremely poor made. I couldn't even believe they should have got sued for that shit. Like seriously, they should have had a lawsuit for that. That was like some really fucked up shit they did to us. So, hopefully that doesn't happen again. However, with that said, I haven't played Call of Duty in a long time. The last Call of Duty I played was Black Ops 2. Now, technically, what you could say was Modern Warfare 3, because Black Ops 2 was more of a default purchase for me. Only reason why I got it was because I got a really good deal on it, so I went ahead and played with it, and I enjoyed it to a certain degree, but it was still kind of on the future side. I didn't really like the weapons, and I really hope that, the Call of Duty, takes a step back now. Now, with that being said, I'm going to elaborate more on what I think they should do. Now, a lot of people will complain. Every time they release a Call of Duty, people always complain about the game. It's always, oh, I don't like this. Oh, it's not too innovative. Oh, it's too this. People are always going to find something or some reason to complain. It is what it is, Now, to balance out that issue is to give the people what they want. Now, what's the general census of Call of Duty right now? Everybody's talking about, hey, it's way too in the future. They need to take it back. It's too bare bones. I mean, it needs to be more bare bones. The kill streaks are just too ridiculous. They're too futuristic. Everybody's jumping around, jetpacking, boosting, walking on walls. It's just a barrier of nonsense. The gun issues. There's always one or two guns that are just really, really overpowering, and everybody uses those guns, and nobody's using the other guns. It's just one-sided. We know what your opponent is you're gonna be using, and we're tired of those issues. We're tired of, it's been years and years now since Call of Duty has been making games now, and we're tired of seeing that problem. Gun balancing, like, why can't they seem to get that right? Keep a variety of guns out there. The more guns, the more variety, the less stale it gets when people have a variety of guns out there. That keeps the game fresh and new. When you get to say, hey, you know what, I'm through with this gun. I got a bunch of kills on it. Let's switch over to a new gun. Not constantly saying, hey, you know what, I'm forced to use this gun because this is the best gun and I don't want to use any other gun. So we hopefully, hopeful that Call of Duty will fix that issue within the next game. Now, Infinity Ward is making the next Call of Duty game. It's going to be coming out 2016 this year, November. I mean, we all know every year it's around the same time. Now, the last Call of Duty game that they made was Call of Duty Ghosts. Call of Duty Ghosts got poor feedback. Nobody liked it. People were like, this is just trash right here. Now, it had some cool features, but it wasn't really enough. And it still had the same issues from previous things. Now, the new ones came out. People were still complaining, but people were saying, why were you complaining? You complained that Call of Duty Ghosts wasn't, didn't have anything new to it. Now you're still complaining, So it's like, you can't have it your way. This isn't Burger King. But that's not the case. It's not that people want it to be super duper innovative. People just want a new system, like make it feel brand new. They using the same engine year after year. Use a different engine. Let it feel different. Let it move different. That's a good way to keep people saying, hey, you know what? This is a brand new installment. This actually feels like a fresh Call of Duty game instead of feeling like this is just an old Call of Duty game with just new maps. And that's pretty much how it's been going. It's usually if they make a new one, it's usually just new maps, and it's the same sound, the same issue, same camping, same spawn trapping, same poor hit detection. Those are just the same issues over and over, year after year. So hopefully they can get this right. However, on the flip side of this, there will be a strong possibility that the next Call of Duty will still be in the future. And I say that because the game has been in development for a long period of time now. It hasn't, like, you don't have that 1 year threshold where it's like, you know what, whoa, you know what, we're looking at the feedback. People are not saying, we're reading the comments on YouTube, we're reading the comments on forums. People are saying, hey, you know what, let's take it a step back. You know, it's not like that anymore. The game has already been in development for a while now, and people have been complaining about it for the last 2 years. I would say at least the last 2 years. People were saying, you know what, this futuristic shit, I ain't feeling it. So, you know, that's the negative side about this. You know, it might not be what we think it will be. You know, like I said, I really feel that the Call of Duty games, the executives already made the decision of where the direction of the Call of Duty franchise is going to be going, and the developers just pretty much just make the game based on whatever highlights or points that the executives give to them. So all we can do now is cross our fingers and hope that the executives are making the right decision by saying, hey, you know what, let's take it back. Let's garner the community back. Let's get our fans more into it. Let's bring back those Call of Duty Modern Warfare fans back. Let's bring those guys back and get them into this. So that's all we can do is hope and pray that Call of Duty make this comeback, because I want to see it make the comeback. I kind of miss it. I'm not even going to lie. I really do miss Call of Duty to a certain degree. But like I said, I don't have any reason to come back to it with the way it has been going. So hopefully, you know, they'll take it back. Now, what I would like, the sweet spot, I would say, I would like another World at War game. We never got a World War II game. Maybe we can get one. If not, keep it around the Modern Warfare era, you know, and just bring back the things that we like from each Call of Duty. Like, bring back the blood, the gore, you know, bring that back from World at War. Bring back, you know, a little bit of kill streaks, you know, just a couple. We don't need a lot of kill streaks, you know. Bring back those things and polish the game. And for the love of God, use a different system. Like, I'm sick and tired of seeing the same engine within the game. Use a whole new system. Use a whole new engine. Just make the game feel new. Make us feel like, you know what, we actually tried to give you something brand new and innovative. Here it is, you know. Don't give us this game and we feel like, hey, you know what, this game has been, you know, it's been using the same engine for years. It's really getting dated. It's almost like, you know, Fallout now. It's like, you're using the same engine. Are you serious right now? Now, another thing I wanted to say, one of the major key factors that's going to play out right now is going to be whether or not this next Call of Duty game is going to be for the PlayStation 3 and the Xbox 360. Now, I say this because it might sound, you know, good on paper. You might say, oh, if it's going to be for the PlayStation 3, that's cool. You know, more people get to play it. No, I'm gonna tell you why how important this decision is going to be. Now, if the game is going to be strictly for the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One, that means that the game is going to be so much different. That means the game is going to be polished. It's going to be optimized for next generation consoles. That is just going to be too much to handle for the PlayStation 3 and the Xbox 360, and that is a good thing. That means we're going to get a solid, great game right here. This is going to be cream of the crop. This is going to be the best they can do. They pushing the consoles to the limit. Now, if we get a game that's going to be multi-plat, they're basically saying that the game fundamentals are still going to be PlayStation 3 era, Xbox 360 era, but all we can do now is just scale up the graphics even more for the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One, because that's technically what they do. The game still plays the same on last generation consoles and current generation consoles. We still get the same amount of maps. The maps still look the same. Only major difference that we get from either of the two is that the graphics are better. That's not enough. We need more than just better graphics. We need this game to be optimized. We need this game to be great. It needs to be a solid, full game. We don't want to see no half-ass shit. Now, in the last generation, what they did to compensate that was they got rid of the story mode or whatever. You know, they sold the game separately, the multiplayer story mode or whatever. You know, no, none of that. We need to see this game needs to be exclusive for the PlayStation 3. I mean, for the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One. So that's going to be another good sign to look out for. So, you know, you guys pay attention to that. So when the game is released and it says it's for the, you know, it's going to be coming out from last generation, that's already a red flag that there's going to be some problems. We don't know. Now, another thing that they can do to counteract that, they can maybe say, hey, you know, it's going to be out for, you know, for both consoles or both generations, but clearly the PlayStation 4, you know, Xbox One current version of the game is going to be, superior, way superior, not just graphically wise, but they're going to have bonus features, they're going to have more maps, they're going to have all that. Me personally, I highly doubt they're going to do that, because that means they're going to be developing the game separately for each console or each generation. I don't really think that. I think most developers do. They make the game one time, and then they try to stretch it out and optimize it for each thing. I don't think they're going to take the time with each, individual console and try to, optimize it. That's not going to happen. For one, that costs a lot of money. And it's all about shortcuts. It's all about the dollar nowadays. It's all about getting that money. So that's what I think is going to happen. So that's all I had to say about this for this video. It's your boy Raislive. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I see you guys on my next video. I'm out. Peace.